sophomore year, halfway through, I received an email with an internship opportunity from NASA. I applied, not necessarily thinking I was going to be fortunate enough to get something as awesome as that. And then a couple months later, I found myself at the Johnson Space Center down in Houston, Texas, working for NASA. I actually got to work under a VALPO alum. His name was Nick Skitlin. The first day there, he handed me a box of parts and said, "These are a bunch of parts for a 3D printer. Your first job is to put it together." People from different divisions could come and put a part they wanted to build, and I would teach them how to do it. An amazing opportunity, an awesome experience.
I had an internship with the Wildlife Habitat Council the summer after my sophomore year and the summer after my junior year. And what we did is work with industrial companies such as ArcelorMittal in Burns Harbor, and we would go there and rehabilitate industrial sites back into their natural habitat. And we would do a lot of herbicide treatment, and we would kill some invasive species. We would also use chainsaws and a lot of heavy equipment. I didn't know a lot about invasive species before I came there, so knowing that I can walk around campus and I'll see something and I just have the urge to pull it out to make sure it doesn't spread.
As part of student teaching, you do as much or as little as you're comfortable with, and you have that person there to guide you through it, but you're doing things like planning all of the lessons, and you're leading the classes, grading the papers, staying after school and running those activities. For me, the big part about experiential learning is that there's the opportunity to go work into that field that you're a part of, but you have the support of the university still. And so that's a great opportunity here at VALPO to be able to go into the classroom early on from my first semester here and see what it's like. I believe that because I had the experience of student teaching, I felt like once I started my teaching position that I was completely ready to go because I had that support, and I knew that if I needed somebody to go back to, I built not only my relationships at the university, but with that teacher that I spent a whole semester with.
My name is Jessica Mueller and I'm from Chicago, and I went on the Nicaragua spring break trip. What stood out to me about this trip was that it was service and work oriented, so I was able to advance my nursing skills and help people that were really in need. On the trip, we would do clinics. One patient, we diagnosed him with the illness that he had, and we had this medication for him, and he said, "Well, how much does it cost?" And we said, "It doesn't cost anything. We're here for you."
So I decided to apply to the CAST Fellowship. Kind of what attracted me to it was its focus on leadership and service. So one of the main projects that I spent a lot of my summer working on was a clinic expansion project. I did some focus groups. I surveyed the staff and the independent living residents, and I interviewed some of the physicians to hear feedback about what they thought the clinic would need in the future.
I wanted to go on one of the study abroad trips because I wanted to get an understanding of international healthcare and how things are done differently. I went to Thailand, which was very different from any other place I've been. And it was an incredible experience of seeing different types of healthcare that are done there.
Well, it's been amazing to be such a big part of the research that goes on here, to be in the lab with the subjects, collecting the data myself, and then being able to analyze it alongside Professor Gaylor. I just like studying how cool the human body is, and to be able to match that up with math and physics blows my mind.